Okay, so in the last video, we kind of looked at taking an input and an output of a program. And so in this one, we'll look at pretty much doing the same thing, but now with numbers and how we can use those numbers to do some math. So I'll just take this to the side. We don't need that for now. And let's say that this first line is going to ask for what's your name, but this last line is going to ask how much money you have in your pocket. Okay, so now we can create a program that will ask, for your name, and then the program will ask how much money you have in your pocket. And then the output here will say that, oh, Bob, you actually owe me $10. Or let's just say half of what you have in your pocket is how much you owe the little guy. So here we want to set up our kind of join statement. So we want to say, oh, you actually owe me. And then we still need to figure out this bit right here. So I'll just throw that up here. And now I'm going to create a new variable called $in_wallet, and I'm going to set $in_wallet as the answer. And so now here we can say, oh, you actually owe me, with a spacebar at the end, dollars. So what's your name? Bob. How much money? 20. Okay, so you actually owe me $20. So we want to say dollars, which means we have to do another one of these joins. Something like this. Okay, so it says you actually owe me $20, but we don't want the full amount, we want half of it. So how can I get half? Instead of full amount, I want half. Well, if you go up here, we have a divide, right? So we can say the amount of dollars in my wallet, and now I will divide it by 2. And now this whole block will represent 20 divided by 2, for example, or 50 divided by 2, or however much you input. And so now if you run this, we get, oh, you actually owe me $10. So that's half. And we can make this a little bit more complex, right? We can also ask how much money is in your wallet. So not just pocket, but also wallet. Oh, and I just see that I made a mistake here. This variable should have been called $in_pocket. But that's fine. I'll just make that. So $in_pocket has been created. I'll change this to $in_pocket. Okay, so now what do? Well, this number right here, the number that I divide by 2, I want now the total. So I want $in_pocket and the $in_wallet. I want to combine those numbers, and then I want to divide them by 2. Well, back to operators. I want to join, or I want to add $in_wallet with $in_pocket. And then this number, I want to divide it by 2. And then I'm joining it up here. Okay. So there is our program, and let's run it. So what is your name? Bob. How much money is in your pocket? $20. How much money is in your wallet? $100. So 120 is the total. Divided by 2 will be 60. So, oh, you actually owe me $60. Okay, so a little bit more complex. We're doing more things here, but that should be enough to get you through the second set of questions. So yeah, good luck with these ones.